Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you happen to know me in real life, you know that I love paranormal stories. I've always been fascinated by horror, by the occult, by conspiracy theories, by so many things that others find terrifying. That's what makes me excited. So, I figured I should make a series about it on my channel, because my channel is about my life and the things that I enjoy, so why not include this darker aspect as well? I'm going to call this series Bedtime Stories. In this series, I'll discuss all things that are darker, that are terrifying, that will give you goosebumps and keep you up at night. If you don't like these kinds of videos, or they kind of give you the creeps and you're not interested, then please feel free to check out any of my other videos that are not like this. I do all sorts of lifestyle videos and recipe videos, story times, etc. that I know you'll enjoy. But for those of you who want to stick around, I'm excited to share this experience with you. I hope that you are in your comfiest pajamas and that you have a warm beverage with you so that we can dive into this fear fest together. Today's story is about Shonda Renee Stansbury, a 24-year-old mother of four who went missing on December 9, 2006. She was thin, 5'5", blonde hair, blue eyes, and missing her 4 front teeth. She was suffering with drug and alcohol addiction at the time that she went missing. But let me back up to where it all started. On December 8th, Shonda called her stepmother on the phone and told her that the father of her 4 children had left them alone and that Shonda was going to go get them. This part is still kind of foggy and confusing. Early the next day, at approximately 6 in the morning, Shonda went to the Waffle House to visit her sister at work. She was clearly not doing well. She had bruises all over her face and her legs. She even had a big noticeable lump on her forehead. However, she was not willing to divulge the details as to what happened to her. One customer at the Waffle House offered to give her a ride. Shonda accepted. She was dropped off at a trailer park called Westside Trailer Court, and that's when Shonda disappeared, without warning or explanation. Since I previously mentioned that this North Carolina woman was struggling with drug and alcohol addiction, you might have thought the same thing as the police did. Shonda disappeared on her own will. She went out to have some drug binge by herself, or maybe with others. She intentionally disappeared. This is what everybody thought, until 5 days later, on December 14th, 2006, an unidentified woman called the police with a tip. The woman said that after she had loaded her groceries into her car, she was about to leave the parking lot of a grocery store in North Carolina, when suddenly she saw a naked woman with blood running down her face. She was running toward the woods and screaming at the top of her lungs, screaming for help. The woman at the grocery store recognized this woman to be Shonda Stansbury. Initially, of course, she wanted to help Shonda. She opened her passenger side door and tried to help her in. But then, she feared for her life when she saw who was chasing Shonda. She saw 2 large African-American men chasing Shonda into the woods. One of them had long dreadlocks, the other one was wearing a baseball cap and was possibly bald. Both of them had dark skin. Shonda was running for her life, naked, bleeding, and afraid. The woman did not have a cell phone on her person, so it took her 12 minutes to reach a phone and call the police. When she did, she hung up before they could get her name. However, the police reconnected with the woman later, and she confirmed her story again. She saw Shonda Stansbury running behind the grocery store, naked, bleeding from the face, running into the woods from 2 black men who were chasing her. Like I said, this was 5 days after she went missing on December 9th. And this was also the last time anybody would ever see her again. Unfortunately, this is just one woman's account. They can't confirm or deny that it was, in fact, Shonda. But the woman was absolutely certain. Shonda Stansbury has never been found. Not alive or dead. Shonda's mother speculated that at some point after she went missing, perhaps she suffered a head injury that caused her to have amnesia and forget who she was, where she was going, all about her family, etc. The search for this mother of 4 from North Carolina has gone on for over 10 years with no luck. Unfortunately, even her family has lost hope. Her mother said, "I just don't know where else to look," last year when interviewed by the news. And her father said that he thought that she was no longer alive. However, they still hope desperately for some kind of resolution, some kind of conclusion to this story, whether that means a body or some miraculous finding, some break in the case that will help them figure out what happened to Shonda. In fact, the government is still offering a $5,000 reward for anybody who has information that could help them with this case. If you recognize the woman in these pictures, or there's something that you happen to know about this case, even if it's just a speculation, please call the number on the screen or in the description box below. There you'll be allowed to give an anonymous tip that could help out a lot of people. As can be expected, there are a lot of questions about this case, so many things that are unsolved. Way more questions than there are answers. Question number 1. When Shonda showed up at the Waffle House early in the morning of December 9th, why was she covered in bruises? Where did they come from? Question number 2. Was it actually Shonda who was running naked along the US 158 from 2 African American men, bleeding from the face and running into the woods? And if it was her, then who was chasing her? So many questions, so few answers. Like I said before, if anybody watching this can offer some kind of answer, please do not hesitate to do so. Hopefully one day Shonda can be reunited with her family, her parents, and her 4 children. But until then, she remains missing. What do you think happened to Shonda Renee Stansbury? Let me know in the comments down below. Like this video if you enjoyed it. To be honest, I would like to make a lot more like it, so I hope that you do. Subscribe to my channel for new videos all the time, and follow me on all of my social medias that are linked down below to follow me elsewhere. I hope to see you again soon. Until I do, sleep tight. Bye.